I managed to avoid the dead sea salt people. I managed to avoid the fragrance people. I even managed to avoid the flat iron people. But the shoe people got me. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mac the Maverick, where we talk all things well-rounded womanhood. Y'all, I never thought in a million years that I would buy something from one of them kiosk people at the mall, but here we are. We're gonna talk about shoe magic today. Fun fact about me, I'm not a big shopper. I like to buy. Most of the time when I go in the store, I know what it is I am looking for. I know what it is I want. I like to go in, I like to get out. And I'm a little bit rotten because I tend to shop Monday through Friday. And if I'm not out in the street by about 10 o'clock in the morning, it just ain't gonna happen. So one morning, I decided to go to one of our inside malls in Nashville that we still have. And I walked in and the place was empty just like I like it. It was quiet just like I like it. And I was minding my own business, leisurely strolling down the hallway. And I managed to avoid the dead sea salt people. I managed to avoid the fragrance people. I even managed to avoid the flat iron people. But the shoe people got me. There was a young man at the particular kiosk, maybe a little bit younger than me, and he flagged me down and asked to clean my shoes. And at this point, I had made eye contact. I had messed up and I waved and I spoke because this is the South, and I had to let him clean my shoes. And I struck up a conversation with him and I found out what it was he was trying to do with his business, and I ended up buying some product from him. And this had to have been 2021 because we were still using masks and stuff. But I have yet to actually try out the cleaner for myself. So I figured why not test drive it today. But before we get there, here's what Shoe Magic is, or let me tell you about the company. Shoe Magic is actually owned by Sean and Rebecca Wiltshire out of California. And they started this business back in 1992, which was like the height of sneakerheaddom. You had Michael Jordan and you had all these other basketball players in particular that were signing all these big shoe deals with Nike and Reebok and Adidas and whatnot. And everybody was just like buying up the sneakers like gangbusters. And Sean Wiltshire recognized a opportunity because if people are buying shoes, expensive shoes, they're gonna want to have something to take care of them. So he got this shoe cleaner going and he set up some milk crates at a swap meet in California, and their shoe magic was born. Set up at the swap meet, sold out, came back the next weekend and the next weekend, and the product was moving. And he realized that people wanted a way to keep buying shoe magic between the swap meets. They didn't want to have to wait for the weekend to actually go and do this, right? So he had the idea to set up kiosks in the mall, and he realized that was a sustainable model. And in order to grow the business, he opened a distributorship program, which is largely what you see today. So when you see those kiosks in the mall, it's not necessarily Shoe Magic, the big company. It's almost like franchisees that have bought into the business, applied, and gotten their distributor's license for it and set up their own leasing agreements with the mall and whatnot. And so when I saw this young man selling the shoes, the shoe cleaner, I found this information out from him that he was basically a franchisee. And I know how hard it is for people that look like me in the retail space. So I said, you know what? Let me help a brother out and buy some shoe cleaner. So I bought the Shoe Magic Starter Kit, and it contained basically the two flagship products that Shoe Magic sells, the Shoe Magic cleaner and conditioner, as well as one of the Shoe Magic brushes. So in terms of products, Shoe Magic has their own website as well as an Amazon store and these kiosks. And on their website, there's really like four core products that the brand sells. You've got the cleaner and the conditioner. There's a gamut of different brushes that they sell, a water resistant, water repellent type spray, a leather cleaner, and a white touch up. And they mainly sell these products packaged in a variety of different bundles that you can buy together. They've got a starter pack, which is what I bought, that has both of these. There's a double pack that comes with two of these cleaners and a brush. The Clean and Protect, which is the cleaner, the protection spray, and the brush. A leather cleaner, which is this cleaner, a specific cleaner for leather, a brush, and a sponge. The All-Star bundle, which is the cleaner, the white touch up, and a Shoe Magic brush. And then the MVP, which has two cleaners, the water and stain repellent, the white touch up, and a brush. Also worth noting, Shoe Magic has a rather extensive library of resources to help you learn how to use the product, and in many cases, how to clean your specific shoe, which is pretty neat. What I found interesting is if you go over to Amazon, you have a few different more products as well as more bundles. You can get shoe freshener in individual bottles or in these particular bundles. They have a dry suede brush. They have a few different iterations. I think this is the soft brush. They have a medium brush. They have a stiff brush, all sorts of other things. And also, everything in the Amazon store is 15 to 30% cheaper than it is on their website. So I don't remember exactly how much I paid for this set in person, but I'm 99% sure I paid what they have it listed for on the website or closer to it. So I would say if you decide to try this, I would definitely recommend going to their Amazon store first as opposed to buying directly from the website. So what we're going to do today, I am going to clean some of my tennis shoes. So I'm a little convicted. I've got a closet full of shoes, like an entire walk-in closet full of shoes, probably north of 90 pair, and never in my adult life have I cleaned any of them. So y'all drop down in the comments and tell me how often you clean your shoes. I'm trying to see something. So we're going to use this product, and I am going to clean some of my sneakers for the first time in my adult life, and then we'll come back and talk about the results and whether or not I can recommend Shoe Magic for you to buy. Okay, so I have my cleaner and conditioner as well as the Shoe Magic brush that came in the kit, and I'm going to be cleaning these shoes today. Now, per the manufacturer, I have the option to take these laces and soak them in a bowl of cleaning solution of the clean and conditioner, but I'm not going to do that today because my laces really aren't that dirty. So per the instructions, what you're supposed to do is take this brush, wet it, and then you'll add a couple of drops of the clean and conditioner. Now this cleaner is actually kind of liquidy. When it said drops, I was expecting it to be thicker, but it's not. So per the instructions, you're supposed to start at the bottom and brush the shoes. And as you can see, there are bubbles starting to foam. So it's starting to foam up around the shoe. If these shoes had been dirtier, I would have actually brushed the excess dirt off of the shoes before I wet the brush and started this process. But these shoes really aren't that bad. And you'll work the brush in circular motions up onto the fabric and even the laces. And I hope I'm doing this right. At first glance, that's actually pretty clean. The instructions say to finish this off, you would dry the shoes with a dry microfiber cloth and then sit them somewhere not in direct sunlight to let them fully dry. So now I'm gonna do the other shoe, and I'm gonna add just a little bit more water and cleaner just to be safe, and repeat the process. And in this pair, it doesn't seem like it lifted too much in the toe, but we'll see how it dries. And for kicks, no pun intended, I'm gonna do a second, much older pair of shoes. Now, I wish my brush was dry, but I am gonna try to sweep off any excess dirt around the outside and the whites of these shoes. So since these are made of fabric, instead of just drying these with a microfiber cloth, they actually want us to rinse them and let them air dry. So here goes nothing. Okay, so that was 2 pairs of shoes with the starter kit, and let's see how they did. All right, I'm back. It's several hours later, and I think my shoes are dry or close enough to it to make an assessment. Let's look at the gray pair first. So, here are my gray Pumas. Hopefully, you all can see that. The whites are definitely looking a lot cleaner. I feel like the toes, when I first looked at them, I wasn't necessarily pleased, but in some good light, they actually do look quite a bit better. There is one little streak, and I may have to insert a picture of it, but there's this one little streak that is troubling me that I could not get out. And in fairness, I don't know what this stain is, so I'm not going to blame it all on the product not working. But overall, it did a pretty decent job. And then on these blue shoes that I've had a very, very long time, the whites definitely look better than they did before. There was some set in staining in the front, in the heel and in the toe that I could not get out, but overall it did a pretty decent job for what it did. The uppers also look a little bit more fresh than they did when I first started. So overall, hmm, this product, I wouldn't say that it's just spectacular and extraordinary. I had a decent experience today cleaning my own shoes, and I had a really good experience having them cleaned for me. That being said, looking at the reviews and things on Amazon, there are mostly positive. A lot of people are raving about this shoe cleaning system. So, if I had to give it a verdict, I would say it's all right. It's all right. I'm not sure that it's, anything beyond what you would get in other shoe cleaners, but definitely not worse or completely ineffective. So, with that being said, I am going to drop some links down below so you can check things out for yourself if you are interested. And let me know, have you ever tried Shoe Magic? Or if you have a preferred shoe cleaner that you like to use, drop me some recommendations down below in the comments. And with that being said, do what you love what you do, and keep at it. And I will see you all for the next one. Bye bye.